we'll take a look at how people here at home and around the world welcome it in a brand new year.
And it's almost showtime. Final preparations are being made for today's Mummers Parade. What you need to know about this year's route and road closures before you head out the door.
And the new year is bringing winds of change, quite literally. Grant is tracking strong wind today and the cold that settles in after that. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the News at 7, streaming on CBS News Philadelphia and on Philly 57. I'm Jan Carabeo.
And I'm Howard Monroe. Happy New Year, everyone. Jim and Janelle are both off. Thank you so much for starting your new year with us. Let's get a check of your next weather forecast with meteorologist Grant Gilmore, who is in for Kate Bilo, and joining us now from the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. Grant, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2025. Got to get used to writing that down,
right.
You know. Every morning I fill out my forecast sheet. I write the date on the top. And today, I didn't mess it up today, but I promise you, it probably like you too, you'll write 2024 a few more times. Let's open up the doors here. Let's look out into our new year this morning. We are finding a little bit of cloud cover here or there. About an hour ago, we had some low clouds and some fog over the city. We found improving conditions, but we still are finding some of that cloud cover around the area, and we'll keep mostly cloudy skies across the region today. The plan, though, is going to be for an increasingly windy day today. Temperatures start in the 40s. All those showers and thunderstorms, oddly enough, right? Those have cleared out. We are tracking a little bit of light shower activity, maybe even some snow up into the Poconos. Most of us will not see any rain or any precipitation for that matter today. The main headline for your weather forecast today is going to be the winds. We're going to see a wind advisory go into effect at 10 o'clock. It will remain in effect until 10 o'clock this evening, where we could see some wind gusts approach 50 miles per hour. That could result in some of those holiday decorations blowing around a little bit. It could even take down some tree limbs, which may result in some power outages. So just something to be aware of. You'll obviously notice it through the second half of the day as those winds pick up, but we'll see some kind of side impacts as well. Temperature-wise, we basically stay in the mid and upper 40s across the region today, but the feels like temperature will drop into the 30s as we head through around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then we just get downright chilly as we go into tonight. Those winds increase dramatically today as this Arctic air really begins to rush into the area. Tomorrow feels like temperatures stay in the 20s. And then, guys, the winds, yes, they relax, but as they do, even colder air arrives as we go into the weekend, and that continues into next week. We'll track that and maybe even some snow down the road in the 7-day forecast. All that's coming up here in just a bit. Kim, over to you.
Grant, thanks so much. We have a next traffic alert, and it's been in effect all morning long in Wilmington, Delaware. We're on I-95 southbound of Route 141. It has been closed because of a crash earlier this morning. We are hearing from officials that crash involved an ambulance. Also in Wilmington, on 495 southbound between Route 13 and I-95, that is closed because of a crash. Route 13 and I-95 are your alternates, but remember, 95 is closed at Route 141 because of that separate crash. In Pleasantville, New Jersey, Route 9 southbound is closed between Washington Avenue and Route 322 because of a down traffic signal. Main Street, Franklin Boulevard, and Washington Avenue, those are going to be your alternates. And we also have a crash in Princeton on Alexander Street. That's closed between Route 1 and University Place, Washington Road, and Route 1. Those are going to be your alternates. Howard.
All right, Kim, thank you very much. We are now strutting into 2025. Philadelphia's first party and one of the biggest of the year is now just a couple hours away.
Of course, we're talking about the annual Mummers Parade. CBS News Philadelphia's Brandon Goldner joins us live from the start of the parade route with a look. Hi, Brandon.
Good morning, Jan and Howard. Starting to see some more activity out here at the start of the parade route. Take a look at this box truck. This is the first of the Mummers box trucks that we have been seeing coming from South Philly. So we don't want to reveal too much of what they have going on in there, but you can see some of the feathers and some of the really cool costumes that they're starting to bring out right now. This is the 124th Mummers Parade. This is the longest continuous running folk parade in the United States. The Mummers Parade is going to be running from Market and 15th Street down to City Hall before hooking a right and then going down Broad Street towards Washington Avenue. Thousands of people are going to be participating in the parade, as well as thousands of people who will be watching from the streets. It is free for spectators, though there are tickets that you can buy for bleacher seating right near City Hall. We spoke to one of the really passionate volunteers out here, Jared Jenkins. He's been out here all night into the morning working, setting up barricades, setting up banners, and he's really excited for the Mummers today.
The Mummers are the most amazing musicians. The costumes and all of that are great, but I'm all about the music. These guys could play in any band in the country.
The parade will start at 9 a.m. and will last through 5 p.m. Be sure to check out the CBS News Philadelphia app so you can take a look at street closures all through the day in Center City. Back to you, Jan.
A full day of fun. All right, Brandon, thanks so much. Hopes are high for 2025. We caught up with people at Penn's Landing who are excited for what the new year has in store.
Happy New Year!
You could see there people gathered along the waterfront to welcome the new year in last night. A dazzling display of fireworks lit up the night sky just before the rain kicked in. And we caught up with some people about their New Year's resolutions.
I'm trying to be more timely, so I actually made it here 1 minute late. I was impressed with myself.
I always want to exercise more.
Every year I do a New Year's resolution. I looked up online how to keep your New Year's resolution. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to figure out how to keep it.
Yeah, that's the tough part. People tell us this was the perfect ending to a holiday they will never forget. And that was just one of many celebrations held all around the world. CBS News correspondent Jared Hill has more on how people near and far rang in 2025.
A celebration for the ages as nearly 1 million people rang in 2025 under the glow of New York's famous Times Square.
I'm just really happy. The vibe here is unbelievable.
While umbrellas weren't allowed, rain didn't dampen the spirits of revelers, squeezed into the crossroads of the world. The tradition of ringing in the new year in Times Square goes back to the early 1900s. Around the world, fireworks rained down to help ring in the new year. Paris bid adieu to 2024 with a light show at the Arc de Triomphe. Back stateside, crowds gathered for a parade in Philadelphia and around a 3-foot-long illuminated pickle in Mount Olive, North Carolina. But the first drone light show in Folly Beach, South Carolina ended abruptly when drones forming a dolphin slowly drifted back to land.
It looked like a gust of wind hit it and just kind of it dispersed.
President-elect Donald Trump rang in the new year with a party at his home at Mar-a-Lago.
There's a whole light over the whole world, not just our country. There are a lot of very happy people.
And this group of friends in San Francisco took time to cherish the present.
We kind of cling to the things we love most, which is each other and our city.
As many look forward to embracing a new year. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
In other news, we are working now to learn what led to a 16-year-old girl being shot in Chester, Delaware County. The shooting happened just after midnight along Keystone Road. We're working to get an update on that teen's condition. A 28-year-old woman is dead after an Uber driver crashed into a parked tractor trailer just after 11 o'clock last night in the city's Ogance section. This happened near the intersection of Nedrow and Ogance Avenues. The woman killed was a passenger in the Uber. The driver is in stable condition. No one was inside that tractor trailer. No word yet on what caused that crash. We're following some breaking news this morning out of New Orleans. Police are saying at least 10 people are dead and at least 30 people are injured after a vehicle drove into a crowd. It happened during New Year's Eve celebrations on Bourbon Street. The mass casualty incident happened just hours before the city is expected to host the Sugar Bowl. We're working now to learn more and we'll bring it to you as they come.